What's going on, peeps? Anthony here, 210 Aquatics. I know, I'm not up with the Just for Man lately. Let the gray come out. Let the gray come out. What y'all think? Should I just let it go? I like to get that Just for Man when I go to work, you know. Anyway, hey, let's talk hospital tanks. Flip it here. If you guys are keeping up, I had a Tiger Angel in here that was right over here, with what I was told was paired up with this female angel, but nothing was happening really. I did actually, something was happening. I did grab some eggs, but they were, it didn't work out. They didn't survive. But then this female angel started getting pretty aggressive with that guy, the Tiger Angel. And next thing you know, he's got a little cloudiness going on his left side. So, yeah, she just kept beating him up. And I was witness to that. So I moved him out, put him in a hospital tank, and I put this mutually aggressive male, who was actually right over here with this female. You know, he started getting aggressive with her, and I noticed that she wouldn't come out from the corner or out behind that sponge anymore. So now she's good because she's by herself. But I thought, well, let me put that guy in here with this one who was aggressive, and things have kind of equalized. These people have, these fish have a mutual respect for each other, I guess, which is cool. So I'm hoping that they will just pair up. And yeah, I think they look good together. So hospital tanks. So I've done 2 water changes on this hospital tank. Actually 3, when you consider the fact that I moved the fish over to this tank now. So initially, before these were hospital tanks, I had this one halfway set up with the water line here, and then this one full, and they were going to be my angel fry stepping out, growing out tanks, and they still will serve that, I believe, in some capacity here. But now things are changing. Going back to basics here, I was forced to. Hospital tank. If you got a few tanks, reserve one. Grab one. A 10-gallon is nothing. It's nothing. Even a used 10-gallon will work as a hospital tank. So the third water change is that I finally just, I took him out of here and I put him in here, and I'm going to medicate this tank for him. So what's in here is, let me go get this medication. So here's what I'm medicating with. Always have some of this stuff on standby. Methylene blue, general disease prevention. I'll let you guys look it up, but it is applicable in this case. And I also grabbed myself, I guess it's not API, it's Fritz. Maricin Oxy, I'm throwing that in too. I'm just covering my bases, you know. I know he's hurt. I know he needs some meds, and I'm going to make sure that I provide him some relief. And I'm going to make sure if it isn't a fungal infection, I'm going to make sure he doesn't develop one at the same time. And I'm throwing in some Epsom salt. For a 10-gallon, it's about a half teaspoon. But I'm putting in a full teaspoon. He's fine. I've already done that already. And honestly, I've seen the most improvement after I added the Epsom salt. So he's a little still, you can see his eyes still a little cloudy there, but not as bad as it was. So that's why you want a hospital tank, if you're going to have multiple tanks and fish. Polar blues, let's not forget them. But the other reason that you probably want one, and I'm not talking to people that already know this stuff, I'm talking to beginners. People are thinking like, I want to get a tank. Man, get a tank. You don't gotta have all this. This is different. This is on a whole nother scale here, obviously. I mean, I want to enjoy a tank just like a beginner enjoys a tank. I'm getting there. I just haven't decided which one. I really think it should be this one. But I've got a couple of big ones inside too, where I just want to scape it. I want to put some beautiful fishing plants in, and I just want to enjoy it. This is the working part of the hobby. This is where, like a gardener finds a zen by gardening. Like he likes getting his hands dirty, and he likes having his hands in the earth, making the rows, planting the seeds, watering it, watering those seeds, and having them come up and fertilizing and pulling up fruit or vegetables out of the ground. That's work, but not for a gardener. This setup here is kind of the same. It's the labor of love, really. But I also like to have just a tank that I can just enjoy, and that's inside. I'm working on that. However, even if you are just, if you're just at that level where I just need one tank, I know a lot of people that just need one tank. And I'm trying to get them that tank. But I also know people that have that one tank, and they're just loving it. Even if you fall into that category, you should get yourself a 10-gallon tank, even if it's used. Make sure it holds water, and have it on standby, ready to go. Because you might find that you even want to just pick up some fish. Like I want to pick up a bunch of neon tetras at some point. I'm going to go to my local fish store. I'm going to pick up some neon tetras, but I'm not going to put them in the said tank I want them in. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them in a hospital tank, and I'm going to have that hospital tank. Let's go back here again. And I'm going to dose that tank with a bunch of stuff. I'm going to cover my bases. I'm going to make sure that I don't introduce any parasites or anything else that's bad for fish that these said neon tetras in this example might have brought in from wherever they came in from or were shipped in from into the store. You're just inviting problems. This is one of those, do your due diligence when you add fish to your relaxing tank. Do your due diligence. Keep them in here a couple of weeks. It's worth it. It's worth it. Because if you get some sick fish that you don't know are sick and you put them in your tank with other good, healthy fish, you're inviting a lot of problems and frustrations. Let them sit there. Let them soak. Look, if there's some really sick fish and you don't know that they're not sick, they'll go belly up on you. And you can return those to the fish store. So, hospital tank. It's worth it. Have some methylene blue, have some Maricin oxide going, have some Epsom salt ready. Have yourself a little fish pharmacy, because you never know when something's going to surface up. So with that, let's just show you how we do it. I could read the directions and all that, and when you're there and you're at this point, you do it. You read them directions, okay? Me, I'm going for it, okay? I kind of already know how blue I need this tank. It's going to be blue that I almost can't see him. So it's pretty much going to be like half a cap, basically. I'm going to set this phone down here. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to open this up. You got to really watch yourself with this stuff, too, because your hands will color up if you get just even a little bit on you. Be like half a tank, half a cap rather. Put that in here. I'll show you how that looks like. There we go. Methylene blue. And we're going to put some of this Fritz in here as well. So pour a little bit of that in here. About half a cap, maybe a full cap. It's not going to make them sick or anything. And what I'm not going to do on camera is go back inside and get some Epsom salt, but I am going to put in about 3/4 of a teaspoon in here. And I'm going to leave them in here for like another week, and I'm going to keep an eye on his eye. And I can't wait to give you guys an update on how that's coming along. He's a beautiful fish. I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him. So we'll leave him in the blue. We'll leave him in the blue tank now. So that's the deal. Hospital tank. Do it. It'll be good for you and for your fish. Fish pharmaceutical. Stock up a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. At the very least, get some Epsom salt. And enjoy your fish. Enjoy the hobby, guys. We'll see you in the next one. 210 Aquatics. Like and subscribe.